Welcome to the Weird Girls Club with Niamh
and Amy.
Now grab a cuppa
or something stronger
and let's get into it. Hello, we're back for another episode of the Weird Girls Club.
Woo, woo, woo.
We are ready. We are caffeinated. We can do this.
We've listened to WAP. Woo, woo.
Sip. Okay, so let's jump straight in. We had a few people reach out to us and ask us to talk about the typical life of a person in Toronto.
Yep, we do.
So I don't know why I'm singing like literally every line. I feel like I keep
just listened to a couple of songs and literally thought we were Rihanna.
We went from listening to like WAP to listening to Take a Bow by Rihanna. Yeah. Like they are on two different scales.
We needed to lighten the mood because there's some technical difficulties.
We had some...
I can't say that word.
We had some
difficulties.
Actually, let's be honest with the listeners. We recorded this episode earlier on this evening and...
Difficulties with our wires.
When our wires got crossed.
Our wires.
No, I'm joking, but it was just a bit of...
It wasn't up to the standards that we now have.
Yeah, the audio was messed up on it. Thank God we listened back instead of me going and listening to it later on being like, oh my... Yeah, so... I would have had a Janice moment.
Oh my God.
So this is take 2
of life in Toronto, what to expect, what you can get up to, and all that jazz.
Yeah, so we're not going to be talking about how you get here, your visas, all that jazz. We're literally going to be talking as if you already live here and what to expect if you were on your way here. So, yeah, so I think we talked about in the earlier on what we were going to say, which was nobody gives a shit what you wear and nobody gives a shit what you look like.
Yeah, it's completely different to Ireland. I'm sure it's completely different to a lot of other cities, but we're both originally from Ireland, Dublin, in our city. It's literally Dublin on steroids. Everything's like 50 times taller, 50 times busier.
50 times more expensive.
Slightly. I mean, Dublin's still expensive, but...
Yeah, Dublin's expensive, yeah.
Yeah, it's still expensive here, but...
Nobody, honestly, everyone does their own thing. Everyone is individual. I think Ireland have a very mentality of like,
these are like Ireland sheeps.
No, like Ireland I think Ireland's a more fashionable city.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
Toronto is fashionable, but everyone is so individual in their own fashion and what they wear because nobody cares. Nobody is looking at anyone else. And when you move here, you will discover that mentality and the outlook that the people have here. Like they do not care. I
think that's part of it being so much bigger as well.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
When you think of it, like in the population and how many millions of people there is here, like, you know, the way everyone back home, when something's trending, like whether it's been a denim jacket or combat trousers.
Love a good denim jacket, me.
I know.
Yeah, mine's in Ireland. I tried to bring it back, but it wouldn't fit me suitcase. Nairn was like, sacrifices.
Issues. But because it's a lot smaller, and I mean, when everyone's going shopping, you're literally going like Henry Street, you're going to town, or you're going to Blanche or whatever, and they're all the same shops in these different areas.
Pennies.
So it's like you have your pennies that everyone shops at, like we all love pennies, but a lot of us end up in like similar stuff or similar styles. Whereas here, like you won't walk down the road and see everybody wearing like white Air Forces with denim shorts and like a crop t-shirt.
Like we
not saying that that's a bad thing, because I feel like that what you said about Ireland, like we are very fashionable, we're very trendy, like changes so quickly. Like everyone's getting their makeup done, everyone's done up to the nines, going out on a night out. We have new outfits, new shoes, new accessories, your hair's done, your makeup's done, your tan, you're literally like perfection.
Yeah,
it's
like there's always a trend. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
There's always a trend on art. But over here, like they do have trends, but like not everyone follows them. Like everyone's their very own person, I really like that.
Yeah.
It's more casual. It's a lot more casual. Nights out are casual. Mm-hmm. Like the majority, if you're going on a night out, it's majority like jeans, a top and comfortable shoes. Like no one dresses in dresses and like does any of that.
No.
Which, am I complaining?
No, definitely not.
No. And
definitely not.
You like, especially in like winter months, if you go out over the winter over here, like you're not going to wear heels.
You're wearing your snow boots.
Yeah, basically
jacket.
You're wearing your snow boots and your snow jacket going out. No one gives a shit. And I think if I knew half of that coming over, I probably wouldn't.
Suitcase would have been half the weight.
Half of the weight, 100%. Now, clothes over here, like we said, are expensive.
They are expensive, yeah.
But like, there's no pennies. But when you start working everything balances out. Food balances out, rent balances out, clothes balances out.
Yeah.
You're not going to be poor, but you're not going to be rich.
No, the like, cost of living is balanced out by pay here. Like, it's not... Yeah. Like, when everyone says it's such an expensive city, like, it is expensive. Like, going from paying €2 for a bottle of milk to $6 or whatever the cost may be, like €20 for like top or a dress in Zara to $80. Like, that's the difference. But if you're getting paid like 20 something dollars an hour, I mean, it like balances out. You live within your means, kind of thing.
But you pay a lot more taxes.
Yeah. And yeah, obviously, if you are shopping, if you're unaware, whether it's clothes, whether you're eating out or going to the grocery store, taxes added at the end. So if you see something for $5, it might be $5.50.
Yeah, actually, just keep in mind that when you get to the till, there is taxes. No, they have 13%. Shops. So yeah, it's 13%. But they have shops like at home. They have H&M.
Like, they have everything.
They had Forever 21. It's gone from the eating centre.
Yeah, you can still get it online over here, but it's like, I mean, that's not back home. They have Zara right here. Zara is really big here. It's so busy. H&M. You have like big shopping centres. There's loads of shops around, especially if you're living like downtown Toronto.
You will never be short of a shop.
No. There's also great shops like Winners, Marshalls, stuff like that. They're kind of like TK Maxx, but they're a lot popular. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people actually go to TK Maxx back home because it's always a mess.
Because it's just an absolute, like, crazy. It looks like your crazy neighbour's shed. Like, so over here, Marshalls and Winners, and they're all like organised and real neat and tidy.
They have some really good stuff
and really good deals.
Like, they're good places to get a good winter jacket because they do the brands like that TK Maxx does. Like, you find your Michael Kors, you might find Lean.
But if you arrive and you're looking for like somewhere like Boots, there's going to be a place called Shoppers Drug Mart. Yeah, that is your go-to for like feminine products.
They do like
like pharmacy stuff. It's basically Boots, and they do all like the drugstore makeup. Like,
you can get hair dye there. You can get your
everything. Like, they have a post office in majority of them as well. Yeah. So it can the post so you can send stuff off. It's basically a Boots. Like, you even can go on with your prescription. They have everything.
Yeah, so that's like a Boots.
But there's loads of them around. They're like a chain store, obviously.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And they also are online as well, like, if for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, but I don't think you can order everything. I think you can only order certain makeup and certain skincare, because you can't order like razors or tampons or anything like that.
Oh,
which is so shit.
Yeah,
because if you're just say because of the times we're in the C word.
The C word.
We're in the C word, which is coronavirus.
You weren't meant to say it. You weren't meant to say it.
Yeah, well, it sounds weird if we say we're in the C word. We're in the C word. Well, we're
not going to be in the C next Tuesday. We're all during the C word, the C word that shall not be spoken.
We're in the WAP.
Oh my god, no.
But yeah,
Shoppers is the equivalent of Boots. Also, online shopping and stuff like that is really big here, like for groceries and stuff. There's an app called Instacart.
I never used it.
That's what I've used it a couple of times. It's good if you need to quarantine when you first get here, or it's raining or snowing, or you just don't feel like going anywhere. You can go on that. They actually now have like Sephora on a H&M,
that's cool.
Indigo as well, or Chapters. It's called. That's like Eason's.
Because of it, like, them shops aren't open now. Like, Sephora's not open. None that's open now. Can you still Instacart from them?
Yeah, so what it is, so Instacart, right, say you're getting your shop from Walmart, like your groceries or wherever, someone is actually going to the shop, they have a little basket, a little trolley, they pick up all the stuff, and you can pick replacements of your stuff that's out of stock, and they'll swap it, or they can message it and say, this isn't here, there's no equivalent, and then that's taken off your list and you don't pay for it, kind of.
Right.
Then they bring it to you. But for H&M and all that stuff, it's the staff are in the shops. So they actually pick up the stuff for you.
And you just hand it to
they hand it to the person, or with Instacart. Because I got pyjamas on H&M Christmas Eve and I got it through Instacart. But I couldn't get delivery because I literally got it, like, I ordered them that day and wanted to pick them up that day. So what I did was I could collect it at the shop, but the person in the shop basically like put it in the bag and checked out. Yeah. So Instacart's one, and then Uber have now brought out like Uber groceries. So you can download the one app and it's Uber for your Uber cars, bring you places. Uber Eats is within that for takeaways. And then
Grocery Gateway as well is another like
I
grocery
haven't
service
heard that.
thing. I
Yeah.
use that for work. It's
There's a
from
lot of
Longo's,
them.
so it's a little expensive, but if you're quarantining, it's going to be handy if you just want to get like bread, milk, cheese,
little
bread, or
random
like
bits.
random bits. But yeah, so that's like, and then you have all the amazing options of Uber Eats, and Skip the Dishes and DoorDash.
And I think Just Eat works here as well. Pretty sure that's kind
Just
of
Eat,
everywhere.
does it?
Yeah, I think that's everywhere. It's just I don't know what's on it. Like,
Oh, I never knew that Just Eat worked here.
yeah, I think so. I think they're worldwide as far as I know.
Oh, I thought they were just an Irish company.
No, so they're in England and all, in Spain and everything.
Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
don't hold me to it, but like there is a lot of apps here. What else? You put that down.
We're gonna have to go.
Fuck. I don't know what else to say to you.
We can talk about
Oh, a good place to actually, if you're forced moving over here to do your like grocery shop, no frills would be kind of like Aldi and Lidl. Like get all your
And
stuff
Freshco.
there, like your Freshco's is actually good as well. Like that's kind of affordable, but I find No Frills has a bigger selection. I think. Like the one beside me is really big. Like I go there all the time because it's like a one-stop shop. I can get everything I need there. Where if I go to Freshco, they don't sell like all the veggie stuff that I need, like the vegetarian meat replacements, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Like
okay.
I actually can't get many of them there, so I always end up just going to Freshco to get everything. Oh, No Frills, sorry.
Something that you should know is that the majority of shops over here don't sell alcohol in them. It's a separate store. So
yes.
you go to the supermarket and the majority of them just sell food. Now, Metro sell beer, so there'd be a small selection
that's
of beer.
the only one I think.
I think that's the only one, but not every Metro, only some Metros, I think.
Because it's a newer thing. Like only recently they were able to get like a
which is so weird. And then if you want wine, there's a place called the Wine Store.
Yeah, they only sell wine.
And they only sell wine. And then there's a shop for beer called the Beer Store. But if you want both in the same place, you go to the LCBO.
Yeah, that's like they're everywhere as well, and they
They're
sell
everywhere,
all types of drink.
They're everywhere. Where there is alcohol, the crowds gather.
Yeah. And there actually might be some there's drinks back home that you can't get here. Like you can't get like Copper Berg and stuff like that, but you can get all
Wicked. You can't get Wicked.
You can't get Wicked, but they have they obviously have all your spirits, selections of wines. They have Smirnoff cans actually, and they have like all the fruity cans like gin smashes and
do you ever like cans you buy in the summer to go to the park and knacker drink in the summer because it's always so nice like
I
so
can't wait summer. Summer 21.
Cannot
please be
wait.
Good,
like
please.
Summer just brings out the best in people, I think.
Yeah, it's so nice. Even if you don't want to move here, I think visit summer at some stage. It literally gets to like 30 degrees and not lower.
Yeah,
like it's so nice.
And there's so much to do. Like there's festivals on every single weekend in summer, and like people go out to cottages. They rent cottages, or some people own cottages and they go out to their cottages and they're on the lake and
so nice.
Like
it's really amazing.
Summer is just the best.
And I think that's why people then stick through the winter. Because
absolutely. Like if like people would not slug through a winter if the summer wasn't that great, but people slug through the winter here because summer's so great. Like, but you put you have to put into it what you want to get out of it. Like you can't just like you have to want to do things in summer to experience them. Like, do you know that kind of way? Like people can be like, oh, like I had such a shit summer, but then you're like, well, what did you do? And
I
did
did
like, like I just like didn't do anything. Like I didn't go anywhere. I didn't try seeing new places. Like, but I think if you explore around and go to the festivals in the summer and try them out, and there's like so many photo opportunities in all these festivals. Like they're built for Instagram.
They are aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. Then you have like Toronto Island that you can get the water taxi over. Forgot about the Toronto
Island. Yeah. That's so nice as well.
You have if you like the beach, don't go to Sugar Beach because it's a man-made beach and you can't actually get into the water. So just you can walk by that on a nice stroll, but Woodbine Beach and like Balmy Beach, like it's all connected into one. And if you go down the very end, it's a dog beach.
Oh, why do you like Sugar Beach though?
I don't.
I do.
No, do you know what? I do like it, but I went there thinking it was actually a beach. I didn't realise what it was.
No, it's just
it's literally like going to like
so
the Docklands
cute,
back in Dublin, and there's like some little fake sand and some little.
But it's nice, Amy.
No, it is. It's lovely. But it's just not a beach. Like that's not.
No,
a beach to me.
it's like a little section, like where they have like.
But they have
it's so cute.
No, it is. It's so cute. They've put like fake sand and.
Umbrellas and little chairs underneath.
If you're wanting to go for a swim, like it's not the one.
Oh no, you couldn't. But like there's literally like bars up around because you're too high up from the actual water in that area.
Just along like
that's
the
where the boats dock.
Yeah,
like the boats literally pull in front of you.
Yeah,
but that's a good spot to go see the Canada Day fireworks. You can see them from Sugar Beach. That's where me and Aaron go. Yeah, there's a lot of fireworks shows on.
Except for Halloween, they don't really have fireworks at Halloween. That's a random one that I thought.
Yeah, well, this Halloween was
like
right off as well.
Well, yeah, but every holiday is kind of like a big thing. Like at Halloween, they do like a big parade. They obviously didn't do it this year, and I think it was cancelled last year because we had really bad rain. Yeah, but they usually do like a big Halloween parade. Then they do a big Christmas parade.
The Santa parade.
So
there's an annual like Santa parade that like it's kind of like a Christmas version of the St. Patrick's Day parade, but it's like. All these companies make floats and all that stuff, and then at the very, 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 very end, Santa arrives on a sleigh, and he says hello to everyone, and it's so cute. Cute. And I remember obviously it was cancelled for in person last year, so they actually done it in a theme park in Canada's Wonderland last year. Have you been to Canada's Wonderland?
No.
Oh my god,
I need to go.
It's so big. I didn't expect it to be that big. I got on one ride.
Really? I'm dying to go.
I got on one ride, which was a wooden roller coaster, and there was two wooden roller coasters. And I thought I was getting on like the kiddie roller coaster where Aaron and his brother, and we were talking to this couple in front of us, and they were so nice. The girl looked like an Instagram model. I was like, I hope she's not talking to Aaron for some reason. He's taken. But
what just said bitch?
I just said bitch. No, the both of them were really nice, and they were like, oh, we always come here, like we're here all the time, like. And I was like, is this scary? And she was like, oh my god, this is like one of the scariest out of the whole. And I was up near the top, and I was like, shit. So we got on. Even Aaron said that was the rockiest roller coaster.
Really?
Aaron thought I knocked myself out because I smashed my head into Aaron's shoulder. Got off the ride. My eyebrow imprint was on Aaron's t-shirt. That's how hard I hit myself. God. Aaron was like, I thought you knocked yourself out because I could feel you hit me that hard. No, it was the worst thing I've ever been on. I was bouncing up and down to the side and everything. I would never go on another wooden roller coaster. Ever. That tore me off. I was terrified. Oh maybe because it was a shock because I thought it was a kiddie roller coaster.
When you're not expecting, you're like.
I actually have the photo of the imprint on his t-shirt, like the side of my face on his fucking t-shirt, like. But Canada's Wonderland is brilliant. But the Santa parade was televised this year, but they held it in. But it's so nice when you're like outdoors, because I went to the first year I was here, we went to the Santa
get a little hot chocolate.
You get like a little hot chocolate, and you're so cold, and everyone's like just like around, and all the kids are like waiting for the Santa, and then Santa comes, all the kids are like losing their shit. They're like, oh my god, it's Santa. Like, oh my god. I was like, hold your horse. And Santa, like, you're literally standing in the car for literally about 2 hours for Santa to come home and be like, ho ho ho, and then he's gone, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's long. It's kind of like, do you ever see a Miracle on 34th Street when they do the big Macy's parade? It's like it's not as extravagant as that, like, but it's similar kind of idea.
It's little Canada's version.
Yeah,
but it's so cute. But there's like this is what I mean. Like, they have loads of little things like throughout each season to do. Like, and then there's always the Christmas markets. The distillery district is unreal at Christmas. I love the distillery district. Yeah, it looks so cute. Like the Christmas markets, we got they were like these s'mores, but they were in a jar. So, Amy, like, I swear to God, if I could eat one of these every single day.
I'm excited to actually go out and proper experience nightlife, because obviously I came August 2019, so like I done some stuff, went out, but then it was winter, and it's like, not that people don't really do it, but it's like you don't have the urge to go out. Yeah. Then obviously by like March, the C word was about and nothing was open, so you couldn't go anywhere. So even summer, like, I'd been to the beach and stuff like that, and I'm just excited for this summer though, like, to see if Anne's on, hopefully praying we can actually do some stuff. I just like, even simple things like going to Canada's Wonderland. or just like little day trips to the island, like stuff like that, like, because there's actually so much to do. Even though it's like a city, there's so many other things you can do. Like, you do have the beach, you have all the little like trails up near like the houses and stuff, like the ravine. You can go up to like
there's
different
never
lakes
not
and stuff.
to do. There's like always stuff to do, which is like,
there's always
it's
something
so
on.
different in Dublin, because in summer you're like, right, we'll just go
There's
drinking.
like 2 things on a month if you're lucky. Like, there's just always an event here. It's like, there's so many,
but it's just a better like, I think it's just like, how would you, I don't even know how to say, it's just a better way of life over here in general. Like, there's always stuff to do. You're like never bored. Like
whether there's a drag show on, or there's like,
oh my god, the drag shows.
I know I haven't been to one. I need to go to one.
Oh my god, I've been to so many and they are so good. Like, so good. They're a great night out. They really are.
They look
like
unreal.
If Aaron even likes going to a drag show, like, it says a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, Aaron is as straight as they get, like, so even he was like, they're a brilliant night out. So if you come over, make sure you go down to even Cruise and Tangos or Woodies when they're back open, obviously. And
there's
definitely have a few
there's
drinks.
Loads to do, like, 'cause there's so many different like restaurants and bars, and like some of them have like different themes. Like, there's the one storm down the road where it's almost like it's like, I don't want to say like wizards and stuff, but like they have drinks from like Harry Potter. It's not solely based on that, but then they have like board games and stuff. Like, it's almost like a big library, and they have like loads of board games that you can get and have on your table. Like, they do food and drinks and just like nights out. Like, there's
snakes and lattes as well. Have you been to Snakes and Lattes?
No,
that's like another place, and it's like it's supposed to like a pun on Snakes and Ladders, but basically it's a coffee shop, but they do like board games as well.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been there, but I've heard about it. And I kept saying like, oh, we have to go, and then COVID hit and we didn't go. Like, and
then there's rooftop, like there's a lot of rooftop bars that have like pools, and some of them do like movie nights, like where you literally are on like a rooftop building having something to eat, some drinks, and like they're playing a film.
I'm telling you now.
Like, there's so many things to do. Even this summer there was still decent things to do. I was just trying to get people to go places or book it, because obviously they had limited capacity. Yeah,
like booking restaurants and booking bars over here is like a big thing. Like, it's very hard to get in anywhere if it's not booked.
Especially now.
Like when we opened for like a few weeks back in the summer, like, you had to book. Like, there was no way you were getting in anywhere. But nothing can be, I'm telling you now, nothing can be when you're on a patio or rooftop in the middle of summer and you have the coldest drink in your hand and it's scorching heat out. Oh my god, it's heaven. Like,
108 days to summer. 108 days to summer, everybody. 108 days.
It's just the best. Like,
from recording
honestly.
This. But unreal.
Patios and rooftops are just unreal, because the majority of places
just so casual. Like, I mean, in summer you got like, you're going to a patio wherever. You're dressed casual. Your shorts, your runners, top. You're out for the day. You're sorted.
People are literally dressed like they're going to a day in Disneyland. Because people dress like like in midsummer, like in Disney, they just dress in shorts and t-shirt or culottes and a t-shirt. Like, they don't care. Like,
it's just it's
comfy casual.
Yeah, it's such a like fast-paced city. Like, everyone's busy. We're running around A to B, you know, like everyone's working, grinding, like whatever, but it's also so casual at the same time.
Obviously, like, if you're working in a certain office or a certain place, you dress for your job.
Like, in
but
work,
outside
of
work, it's completely different. Like,
it's like everyone's just I don't want to say carefree. I feel like it's a very millennial city. Like, there is obviously a variety of people from different places, a variety of ages.
We are a melting pot of culture as well.
It's just like there's everyone from different parts of life, from different backgrounds, different places, and we're all just vibing.
We're all just vibing. Yeah, well, we're all like, the majority of the people that live here have all come over in the same situation.
Like, emigrated.
Emigrated.
They've immigrated here. They've emigrated from where, I don't know. One of them.
There you go. So the majority of people here we're all kind of in the same boat. Mm-hmm. So it's important when you do get here, though, to try and mix and mingle and meet new people. Yeah. Add yourself into Facebook groups like Irish and New in Toronto or Irish and New in Canada. I think there's one called Irish and Irish ladies.
Yeah,
Irish
like
and
Irish
new
girls
ladies
in Canada, Irish in Toronto. Also, if you're not actually from Ireland, like there is other groups. Like I'm sure that I know there's like Germany and Toronto.
Yeah, there's one for Vancouver.
Yeah,
I know there's
like
Irish in
loads
Vancouver
of
and BC, and like I think like nearly every country has them.
Yeah, like just texting them, posting them. Like some people do post apartments. They've rooms to let. They need staff. Like stay in them. Like I mean, I'm still in them.
So am I. Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Everyone just stays in them because then someone could have a question about something.
And then there's others for like if you're going for PR or visas.
Yeah.
Like there's other groups for like there's literally Facebook is like the place
Groups
to go
for
if you have a
everything.
question. Plus the Irish, I have to say, all rally like because we're Irish, so we know Irish people from these groups.
Yeah.
Irish people help Irish people out. They're so supportive when
Definitely.
you're coming over. So like if you have questions, put it in. Don't be afraid to put something in
Put it in
the chat or the page. If you're looking for even a man with a van, we hired a guy off Irish New in Toronto, and you don't know who you know. So Aaron actually knew him through people, like after them talking in the car.
Yeah, there's so many Irish here. Like there's so many Irish pubs, Irish owned restaurants, cafes. Like there's a lot of Irish here.
We run this town, bitch. We just lost like 25 listeners.
No, but definitely the biggest thing I'd say is if you're thinking about coming here, just bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah, it's better to be a remember when than a what if.
Exactly. No true rewards, Niamh. No true
that's
rewards.
what me and Aaron were saying to Pete. I need to stop saying me and Aaron. I think it's because we came here obviously together. Together. No, I don't know why I actually said that, because now I just made it sound like me and Aaron aren't together, because I said I shouldn't.
They're still together.
We're obviously still together, engaged, we're happy, we're fine, but that'll probably be edited. That's what, when they were asking us why are you moving to Canada, I was like, well, I'd rather experience it now while I'm young than be like older and have a mortgage at home and like all this stuff. Like I'd rather experience it now while I'm free as a board. Like I have no kids, no mortgage, no like why not
that's
exactly.
That's literally what I kept saying.
I've no ties. Obviously I have my family at home in Ireland, but they wouldn't want me.
They're not going to pay your bills and live your life for you. I mean.
They ain't gonna hustle for me, honey.
Yeah, no, when people say to me, I used to just be like, because I want to, like I just am. Like, I mean, why not? Like, why not?
But I think you have to move here to experience how quickly you are going to grow up.
Yeah,
and it will take
thing. Like, you will grow. Like, your independence level, like,
will go from 20% to 1,500. Like, no joke.
Yeah,
like you are. But you know,
especially if you live alone,
you forget though, because my sisters are like. They always say like, oh, I miss you, like I wish you come home, like I miss you, blah. But they always say like, oh, I'm so proud of you, like look. But you forget that you have done all this to get over here.
It's crazy
because
that you don't realize it.
You at the time it's just like, I'm not thinking about it as like this is something I'm doing. You're thinking about this is what I have to do. I'm here now. This is what I have to do. But it's not until you look. Like until you look back, like when my sisters say like you should be so proud of yourself, like you moved to a whole other country, you hadn't got a job, you hadn't got a place to live, and you done it, like you made it work, like you're standing on your own 2 feet, so you will be like so proud of yourself. But sometimes it takes a trip going home. No, you won't. I didn't notice it until I made a trip home on my own. I went home on my own for a few days, and I was like, oh my God, I am ready to go back to Canada. I'm ready to go back to Aaron. I'm ready to go back to my little apartment. I am ready after the few days. As much as I loved being home,
you get home after a few days.
I was like I'm ready. Like, and I was just, I remember when I went home the first time, I was like, oh my God, I'm just so much more. This probably sounds so stupid and like meditation, but I just felt so much more calm. And I think it was because I felt so much here, like when I went home, and I was kind of, when you listen to kind of the chaos and just and then I was like, you know what, I'm ready to go home, and I just felt 10 times more mature. And I was like, oh my God, like I really have,
and get back into your routine,
get back into your routine stuff. But you're gonna feel like the little dramas or the little like things at home that you used to make a big deal about, like oh my God, me bleeding tan a streaky, like fuck's sake, I can't go out like this. Like literally when you've been here for a while, you're gonna be like, that is so
stuff
stupid.
Just doesn't bother you anymore after being here. Like,
it really doesn't, because there's bigger problems there is bigger issues. The bigger issue is if your electricity gets turned off, if your hot water's not working. Yeah. Like, they're the bit, like, stupid things like that are the bigger issues.
Like, do you have a screwdriver to tighten a nail on something? Like, do you, like, these are the things you think of, like.
These are things you have to worry about when you get here, so, and when you're still here. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, we had an issue with the mics earlier, and you're literally like, I was like, Amy, we're going to have to glue these. We're going to have to do something. She's like, I have a hot glue gun, which I didn't have a hot glue gun.
And then I also had the little screwdriver to tighten the nails because I don't know why.
She's an independent bitch. She don't need no man.
I have loads of little tools. Honey, independent queen.
Exactly. But like, honestly, don't fear it. Just go with it. And I know it's...
And stick it out for a while. I mean, if you get here and it's been like 2 weeks and you just think stuff's not going your way, stuff's not happening.
No, we had them.
Quick enough, it's not a movie.
No.
You know, like,
absolutely
everyone has that idea in their head, oh my God, like, I'm going to be like bleeding Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City.
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm going to be
that.
like bleeding whoever from whatever
doesn't work like that, hon.
It's not like that. It's reality. You will get here. You need to, like, you'll have to wash your own clothes, cook your own food, do grocery shops. Yeah. You need to, if you get an apartment, you need to go to the bank and get, like,
bank
drafts and pre-authorization forms.
The bottom line is it does all fall into
hard stuff though. It's just unknown.
Is it overwhelming when you come here? Absolutely. You have to traveling around the world and you're in a new country. You don't have a place to live, you don't have a job, you don't have a phone, you don't have a bank card, you don't have anything. You are literally like fresh out of the womb in a new country. But when we arrived, I remember there was highs and there was lows. There was highs and there was lows. There was job interviews, there was apartments I applied for, didn't get. So you're constantly, your emotions, like the first few weeks are literally going to be up with a bit of hope and then down just as fast. Up with a bit of hope, down. But
stick through it
because I'm telling you now, it will pan out. Like, it will get ironed out. And I know this is very easy coming from two girls that didn't come during a pandemic, but think of it this way: if you come over,
rent is lower.
Rent is lower, but imagine you came over and everything panned out in a pandemic, and you can look back at yourself and be like, do you know what, I made this shit work during a pandemic. Come at me, bitch. If I can handle setting a new life up in a new country during a pandemic, come at me. Like, come fucking at, like, what's the worst that can happen if you make it work? And if it doesn't work out for you, what's the big deal? You came over, you tried it, and you done it during a pandemic. It's not a big deal. No, it's very easy for me to say it's not a big deal, but it might feel like the worst thing in the world to happen with you. But just because it didn't work out that you done it in a pandemic doesn't mean it won't work out if you come back over and not during a pandemic. So
exactly, definitely just bite the bullet. Do if you want to do it. Like, it might seem so overwhelming with all the little things you think you have to get done. Like, you don't think like, what network company am I gonna go with to get my phone, or where am I even gonna? How do you even find an apartment? Like,
Irish and New.
Everything just works out. Like, I mean, you have Zillow for apartments, Realtor.ca, Padmapper, I think, is another one. Facebook Marketplace has apartments listed all the time, and then it'll have details for the realtor or the landlord. Just do some general research before you come of like areas to live. Have a look on these websites before you get here. See what the price is. Don't be crazy when you see like a studio apartment's like $1,500.
That's the norm.
That's the norm, sweetie. And that is the norm.
Keep in mind, the majority of places over here, if you start going apartment hunting with no job, they can ask you for more than first and last month's rent. Now, they're not legally supposed to, but if you're not working, they could ask for, like, I know people that the landlord asks them for 6 months rent, a year's rent up front, which is not realistic. No one has that money. But sometimes they'll probably ask for like the first month, the last 2 months, which, you know what, you need a place to live, you like the place, it's kind of doable, but you should have that money you should have that money saved aside for deposits as well.
Yeah.
But like, welcome to our TED Talk.
I know. Are we like financial advisors, lifestyle advisors?
But like, don't be afraid when you see prices and stuff, because the minute you start working, everything balances out. Yeah. And it is a shock to the system when you start seeing price tags. You know, it is. I'm sure it is.
Yeah. No, definitely. I lost my train of thought there. I was gonna say something, now I can't remember what it was.
Oh shit!
Fuck! I've literally lost it.
Was it about money?
My mind's like, yeah, it was something about like apartments and stuff, but I honestly have
lost it. If you can try and have like a realtor set up before you get over here, even better, because he can have a list of places to bring you to view, and realtors are free, completely free No matter what, realtors are free. You do not pay a dime. When you sign a contract and get approved for an apartment, the landlord of that apartment pays the realtor. There's nothing out of your pocket whatsoever. They're completely free. They are just a great middle person to have between you and the landlord, because they are the ones that like organise the viewing and collect the keys and have them ready and show you around and stuff like that. So definitely, I would definitely use a realtor if especially if you're coming over and you're kind of nervous about like apartment viewing.
Find somewhere.
Plus, they're great to talk to now during like the C word, because I don't know what way loads of people or loads of landlords are doing viewings. Is it all virtual? I think some of them are virtual. Yeah. Which
a lot of them want all the documentation before they let you view, because I did request a viewing of a different building, and when they sent me back the list of things, I was like, oh, I couldn't be bothered, because I like to go see it. They obviously want people who are serious about that specific building or need to actually find somewhere. So they do. There is some places that do want you to have like your bank statements, your credit score, references, stuff like that. But if you tell them like, I've just moved here, I obviously don't have a reference from someone in Canada, or I don't have a credit score because I don't have a credit card in Canada, like they can walk around that and stuff. And I mean, you can get your mat to write you a reference from back home, just don't say it's your mat, like little things like that.
Yeah, like and some of them, if you're like, I don't have a reference, I'm brand new here, like they're not going to be like, okay. But the majority of places, like landlords won't accept you if you don't have a job. So I think your first priority, if you're living in an Airbnb or living with a friend for like 2-3 weeks, your first priority should be get a job, and get a job ASAP, because you have slim to none chance of getting an apartment. Me and Aaron were absolutely blessed to get an apartment. Yeah. And we hadn't got jobs at the time, but like it took us a while, and it was emotional because we were panicking. No, definitely. Like, we need to get out of this like Airbnb, and we need to get an apartment ASAP. So, but everything works out. Everything works out. And if anyone, do you have anything to add before we wrap up?
I just think don't be stressed to find somewhere to live within like the first week or by the end of the first month. It'll take time. Like I said, post on them Irish and New pages. Like, share a room with someone, or share an apartment or a house. The further out of the city you go, the cheaper it is. You might have to pay for a commute, but you can get actually a Presto card. So it's almost like the Leap card back in Ireland.
Yeah, basically.
Like stuff card, like that.
But everything, like, just come over, try and make the best of a bad situation.
Keep an open mind.
Like, if you can plow through a pandemic and you get here during a pandemic, you will, like, once you're determined, love regular life again. Yeah. Like, Toronto is an amazing place to live. It's the best, hands down, the best thing I've ever done.
Same here. Like, hence why we're both actually trying to stay here.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, it's just a better life. It's
the opportunities you can get as well in so many because it's such a big city. Like, there's so many different companies that you could possibly work for. Like, whatever your dream is, whether it's an accountant, a lawyer, a bleeding photographer, or whatever. Like, there's just so many opportunities.
There's so many opportunities to work your way up in a job if that's what you really want to do. Like, there's no, where's your 25 years experience?
Yeah, no, there's not that.
They're more focused on you fitting into a company personality-wise and being compatible. Big on that,
and, like, events even and working, like, stuff like that. That is right. Just get that money, bitch.
But, yeah, like, the companies just want you to, like, gel well. But you know what?
Yeah. And if you're a hard worker, you will do so well here, because...
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyone that I've met...
well, the Irish hold a really high standard over here.
They do, but I think from back home, you obviously need so much experience. You're worked so hard for like minimal reward or minimal pay. When you come here, we have such high work ethics compared to, I don't want to say compared to Canadians, but there's stuff that like I do in work or whatever.
We just like to do it at a speed.
Yeah, it's like if I have something that needs to be done, I'm getting that done. Yeah. Like, I'm not sitting on it for like 6 weeks or whatever and dwelling about something. Like, I'm getting it done. If something's missing and it needs to be found, I'm finding it. Like, I'm looking at, like, absolutely. I think of all these different solutions and whatever, but if you have a decent work ethic, you'll do well here. You just need to get your foot in the door and don't be afraid. But yeah,
I love how you say afraid. You say afraid.
Yeah, sorry if you can't understand me, I talk so fast.
It's because when you're around Irish people, you talk fast again. Yeah. But then when you're around like Canadians,
you're like, and my god.
That's another thing. Like, if you're in an interview, just a tip, try slow your words down, because we don't even notice, and you do it with nerves as well. Yeah, you talk 1,000 miles an hour, and Canadians can't fully understand us sometimes.
No.
Like, so
Especially
try
even certain
slow
words
your
you're saying.
words down.
Yeah, that's a big tip for your interview.
Plus, if you think the interview's gone bad, just jump on the table and start doing the Irish jig and be like,
yeah,
just remind you, I'm Irish.
Make sure you let them know you're Irish, because they all have some ancestor that's Irish, and then they'll talk to half your interview will be about Ireland and Irish and why you want to live here. So have some chatter about you, and then that'll get you halfway through.
Just whip out a can of Guinness out, yeah. Be like, here, one drink.
Tell them you're a leprechaun. But
oh geez, we're living up to the stereotype.
I know we are. Actually, you're
Neck.
No worries. So we're gonna end it here. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask us on our Instagram. I don't even think we said, like, the reason we actually done this whole Toronto podcast was because a few people had asked us about it, just what life's like there, what to expect. There was a few people that were actually moving over and just wanted to know what to expect. Obviously at the moment it's during the C word times, so it is different to regular life here, and God only knows if we'll ever go back to fully normal life, but let's hope, pray 2021 can change this around.
Eat, love, pray.
Yeah, if you have any questions or any more topics that you'd actually like us to talk about, let us know on our Instagram at the We're Girls Club, or Facebook.
It's the same.
Yeah, I don't think you can message us on Facebook though, because it's like a page.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can't. Never mind. But yes, you can follow us on our social medias. Let us know if you want us to talk about it, and if you have any more questions about. Hope you all have a lovely week.
Yeah,
stay safe.
Oh, wear a mask. And
wash your
hands.
You filthy animals.
And over your nose, please.
Yeah, your mask over your nose.
And yeah, just stay safe. And
have a good one.
See you next week.
Bye. Bye.